First, the elephant in the room. Yes, the beard has gone. I've been transporting COVID patients around London in the back of an ambulance, so I had to take the beard off because otherwise the masks wouldn't fit. So I've got a cold face. Don't know whether I'll grow it back again, I can't decide. Maybe leave a comment below, with or without. So, next job with the Spitty is I've decided I want to recover the doors. These are the originals, which have got a rather horrible carpet basically attached to them. It's one of those kind of heavy duty carpets that you get in vans and car boots and stuff, but not really appropriate for a car door panel. Also I wanted to put a little bit of sound deadening inside the door panel as well, just to try and reduce the amount of rattling and so on. This is the sound insulation that I'm going to use. Can't remember where I got it from. I'll try and find out and post it on the link below if I do. So I need to just cut that shape out to start off with. Remove the old carpet from the door, and then yeah, see where we go from there. It is quite heavy, this stuff, but I think it should be okay. Right, so hopefully this will just rip off. Cleaned up the back surface so we don't get a load of extra width on it, because that's going to be quite sort of critical, I think. I might just give those edges a little bit of a sand down because they're a bit rough. This I'm going to leave because I think that'll be okay, and also it's just another layer of foam. Okay, I'm going to use one of the most useful tools in the garage, a Sharpie pen, as stolen from my daughter's colouring box, to draw around this. Forgetting the holes for the handle or handles, and a window winder even. There we go. That's far from round, that hole. Don't know what they cut that with. Toothpick by the looks of it. Right. Okay, that's all good. Got myself a nice straight edge and my standing knife. Not a very good blade, but hopefully it'll be good enough. Don't have to cut all the way through because this stuff will tear if you've scored it reasonably well. Right, restorative cup of tea. There are very few ills of the world that can't be resolved with a cup of tea. We're going to try and use a hole saw for drilling this hole out, see if we can make it a little bit neater than is on the actual backing card. Got a piece of gas wood underneath just to protect my cutting surface and provide hopefully a sort of reasonably solid backing for the drill to go through. See how we go. Peachy. I've got some contact adhesive that I got from Screwfix because I can do click and collect, so get away with that in the lockdown. So I can spray some of that on and then position the insulation. I've given it a dust off to make sure that there's no sort of bits on the insulation itself. And then this stuff doesn't dry straight away, so you do have a little bit of time to do some moving about, which is a good idea. You don't really want it to be stuck immediately because you can get yourself in a right old pickle like that. So, little dose of this stuff. Notice I've got a piece of backing paper there, catch any spray over, of which there will be plenty. There you go, right. So I can just, hopefully, he says, reposition it. Oh, stuck straight away. Oh, last time I used this it wasn't quite that keen. Bollocks! Right, that'll have to do. Any overlap we can trim off later. Blimey, that did stick quick. I used some of this yesterday and it didn't seem to be quite as quick as that. Right. Nice big heavy lump of wood on the top. Nice and flat. There we go. Yeah, that's okay. Good, okay, hopefully that will keep things nice and flat. Certainly well stuck. Cool. Just while we're waiting to be absolutely certain that that's dried, this is the material that I'm going to use for the covering. It's a vinyl kind of leatherette, I believe they call it. It's a combination of vinyl and leather with a nice sort of soft backing on the back. Doesn't stretch at all. I tried doing the transmission tunnel in this and it was a complete abject failure because it's very, very difficult to mould, but for something like this door panel, hopefully this should be okay. It's got a few creases in it, which hopefully will come out. I'll try and find a nice smooth piece to actually use. So once this is definitely dried, give it 5 to 10 minutes, then we'll do the leather. Well, the vinyl. So edges are a real problem actually. The lifting, which may be because of that pissing about trying to get it positioned. The glue had dried a bit too much. I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem. I've just got the leather on that to sort of fix it in place, I think. This stuff was a little bit rippled before I put it on from just hanging around in the garage for a long time, so hopefully it's going to be okay. I'm just going to give this a little bit of a clean because if there's any bits of dust on here at all, they will show through when you put the leather on. Any sort of little lumpy bumpy bits will show through. Right, I can't get away from the creases unfortunately. That's the way it's been folded when it was being stored. I would recommend loosely rolling it, which is what I've done with the leftover. I've cut it so that it's quite a bit bigger than the panel itself. Got plenty of overhang. From what I've read, the best idea is to do all the final trimming once it's actually glued in place, rather than trying to do it and then glue it in place. It matters less then about getting it all properly positioned. Okay, so it's all trimmed off. I use my trauma shears actually for doing this, my leather and trauma shears, because my pair of scissors that I use in the garage are pretty crap. So then I've got an art roller just to try and help me put it on nice and smooth. Okay, so nervous moment. Let's do it, man. So once again, I'm going to, I seem to manage to stick it to the paper, which is quite neat. Okay, there we go. Get the glue out. Piece of wood on again. This time for a bit of insulation just to pop on top, just to try and get the whole thing covered, so that hopefully it'll be a bit more even. There we go. Right, we shall leave that to set. I might cut a couple of car batteries just to stick on top of that as well, just to really weigh it down. We'll see how it looks when it's finished, when it's dry. Right, I've left this drying whilst I've been having my tea. So we'll take all this off, see how it looks. Yeah, not too bad. There's still a bit of evidence of those creases there. Hopefully they all just come out with time once it's been compressed a wee bit. A lucky mark there. In fact, after a piece of wood's moved on it, I think that's marked it. I'll try and disguise that later. Right, so now we've got to trim the edges to get it to be a nice fit. So I'm going to change the paper underneath. I have a fresh sheet of paper. It's going to go face down so that we can do the edges. Try and work out where I'm going to put my folds on the corners, because I'm going to have to do some cuts to make it fit. So that's going to glue on like so. And I've got a curved edge here. This is when you have your hand in your mouth, hand in your mouth, heart in your mouth. Because if you mess this up, and then you're going to have to start all over again. Sawdust and so on collected around the edge, a bit of debris. You can't brush it off because of the sort of nap of the cloth. So old squaddy trick, get a bit of tape, wrap it around your fingers with the sticky side out. Dab it off. I'm going to give that a few minutes to dry and then work my way around the others in turn, and I'll come back to you when it's finished and we'll see how it looks. That's the edge pieces stuck down, so let's turn him over. It's probably stuck to the paper now, hopefully not. No, we're good, we're good. Excellent. Okay. So now I just need to cut out the holes, leaving enough flap to be able to glue those into place as well. Got one there, I'm just trying to find the one for the window winder, which I can't find. I think now there's a window. Oh, it's up there, that's why. Right. Let's do a little microsurgery. Dee 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 dee. Still not through. Well, there's much risk of me doing accidental damage to this once it's on. It's pretty tough stuff. There we go, we're through. Right. Scissors. Where's my goddamn scissors gone? Right, so up the other way again, and we'll glue those into place. So same idea again, we're going to flip it over and, well, I already have flipped it over, sorry. I'm going to pull these bits through, glue them into place, a bit like we did before, pin them down, let them set. So I'll get on with that. It's the same as before, so there's not much point in me videoing it. And then we'll see where we are from there. That's it all fastened on. I had a bit of trouble getting this one to stick, it just would not glue down, which I think is because some of the fibreboard was missing, the sort of top layer, and it didn't seem to want to stick to it, so just a little bit of masking tape on there just to hold it. Everything else is sound. Moment of truth, turn him over. I'm stuck it from the paper. You get to see it before I do. Yeah, that'll do for me, that's alright. We've got this little edge to do, which was missing. I'm going to put a little piece of patch layer on there, but otherwise, for first go, I'll take that. Good. Well, I've taken all the weights off. There's the finished article. It's not too bad. There's a couple of creases still in there, but hopefully they will flatten off with time. We shall see, but there's not much I can do about those really, to be honest. Should have stored it better. And the corner that I missed, the repair hardly shows up. That's just that piece there, and that's going to be tucked in by the dashboard anyway, so it'll hardly be visible unless you really go looking for it. This little mark, scuff mark, we can clean that off using some vinyl cleaning stuffy. So, next job, put it on the car. First job is going to be to drill out these holes for the handle backing, because the ones that are in there are a bit knackered, the screws, and there's some sort of weird AF size I expect. I haven't got anything that will go into them, so I'm going to drill them. I'm just going to tap them out to about an M5. I'm going to wind the window up so I don't inadvertently go and smash it as I go through. If I get a little bit carried away. There we go. Okay. I'm just reconstituting a thread. I'll do it by hand just to be a little bit more gentle. If I'm actually tapping a new thread, then I'll tend to do it with the drill, because it's got a bit more meat behind it. Right, let's find a screw to test fit that. Minor continuity issue there, because I was taking this fleece off and far too hot. Yeah, that all looks good. Okay, so we're ready to attempt to hang the panel. Now, I can't use the original fixings for the simple reason that the panel is now too thick. Although in fact I couldn't use the original fixings when I took them off because they'd been recovered and it was too thick. The original ones go into a little hole behind there and clip over the top of the panel. So what we're going to have to do is put fresh holes through my lovely shiny new bit of vinyl. So we'll do that and we'll see where we go. Now my guidance will be the old holes on the back. So I'm going to do those and then I'll come back and see how we're getting on. I'm going to drill through with a thin drill first of all from the back. I'm going to drill through with a thin drill first from the back and then with the correct size drill from the front so that I don't hopefully mess up the vinyl. Okay, so little drill first. This is why I inadvertently drill through my finger. I believe that's generally thought to be a bad thing. And the top hole's a little bit more tricky because it's actually covered by this edge. So I'll peel that off. It's going to hold in place anyway by the handle when we get that far. Where are you? Good here. Well, indeed. Yeah, we don't appear to have a little here. So what we're going to have to do, hang the panel, get those two in to fix it, to hold it, and then try and reach through and mark on the back of there. So that's the panel hung loosely. Get the Sharpie. Alright, couldn't get the Sharpie in the back, there's not quite enough room. Wound the window up as far as it'll go. So I'm going to use a little drill bit just to try and mark this up, try and get it through as straight as possible. Right, let's see if that's done anything. Okay. Just about see it there. Okay. So what I've got to decide now is whether to hang this as it is or whether to drill the holes for the other mounts first, and I'm inclined to think drill the other holes first. Yeah. Now I couldn't find screws that self-tapping screws big enough for the holes that are already there, so we're going to have to kind of use fresh ones. So we're going to drill out new holes and then yeah, see where we go from there. There's one of the original clips there which I've just fetched out the door. So we've got one hole drilled. So I'll look at where we're going to aim for the next one. I can see the holes that he's done before, and they've mounted this door panel because it was screwed on before as well, but I'm not bothered about using those, to be honest. Plough our own path. corners as well. Right, I'm back from my dinner. So it's a bit of a race now as to whether we're going to get this done before the light runs out or before the camera memory runs out. So I'm just going to pop the metal part of the handle behind here now, and then we'll do the final fix of those bolts. And I'm using these little caps to go over them just to sort of tidy things up a little bit. So let's crack on with that. So the handle goes behind here. That's easy. Wrong side. Behind there. Like so. Right, there's my wee little piece, and that just goes up and clips on, like so. Okay, we're going to do the top one now. What I might have to do on that bottom left is trim the bolt down a bit. It's going in a bit, fairly easily, so I trim the length, and then it'll go in okay. Right, so somewhere I should have another one of those, you know, black things. You can see whoever cut the door didn't do a very good job. The door panel rather. There's quite a big overlap there. It's not even close to being in the right place. So what I'm going to do is take a fresh bolt, because the head on that one's a little bit had it now. Take a fresh bolt, cut it down, maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 mil, and then hopefully that should go in. Right, here's my new improved bolt. Leave it smaller than the old one. So hopefully we'll not cut it too short, because that can be a bit of a pain, to be honest. Let's see how we get on with that. Job's a good one. Job is a good one. Okay, that's those 3 on. Now, what we'll do is tighten the other ones up, and then I can see whereabouts on the door I might want to fix some more. So there's going to be definitely one in there, down the bottom. In fact, I might just crack on and do those, because they are definite. So try and get a look behind the door, see what's what. Well, I would do if I could find my torch. There it is. Okay, see what we're drilling into, make sure it's a piece of solid metal, there's not another big hole. Well, it's the day after the day before. Let's see what's what. Okay, it's confession time. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Actually, I told a little bit of a lie. I did the driver's door quite some weeks ago, and I thought I'd made a complete Horlicks of it. It looks like a dog's breakfast. So it languished in the garage for a long time, because I was going to get a replacement set of door cards once I got the money together. But other things have taken over, as it does, inevitably. And so I haven't been able to do that. And I wanted to get the car back on the road, which I've been doing, but without any door cards. But I needed to get the door cards on. So I decided to fit the driver's one and see how it looked. Let's go and have a look, and you can see whether it was a worthwhile exercise or not. So there's the driver's side, done. Have a little walk around, open the door, have a look. There's the passenger door, which is the one that was on the video. Screws all crap in the bottom and the footwell. Here we go. So I'm actually quite pleased with that. It was only ever really supposed to be a temporary measure until I could afford to get some proper door cards. But I think that's come out sufficiently well that the door cards requirement has now gone from my needs to do list to it would be nice as and when I can manage it. These will be absolutely fine to be going on with. So yeah. Bit of a win, I think.